Greetings, everybody. It is the Ash Heritor, and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode, we talked to some of our companions, specifically to Irliet, Heinrichs, Pascal a little, and Idira a little as well, and Argenta, actually. And then we were boarded by bloodletters. It was a good time. Actually, it wasn't. The bloodletter attack was horrific. Very, very aggressive, very cornate. It definitely suited their style of fighting, so that was fun. But here we are in the Narmer 4 system, and we're going to be doing some investigation. Searching for resources, searching for potential colonies as well, and dealing with pirates. So let's go do that first. Let's open this up with a space battle. Before we open this up with the space battle, let's conduct some emergency repairs, although we can actually upgrade our hull. Which, let's actually do that. We can do a hull repair here. We have 1 scrap. Fantastic. And before we do anything else, I actually want to quickly go to the bridge and talk to Janice Danrock, because we might be able to requisition some gear. We've gotten quite a lot of reputation with several of the factions due to buildings that we made and decisions that we've made. So we might have more gear available to us. And indeed, I think we got some rep with the Imperial Navy, so it might be that we can actually purchase some gear for our ship too, which could help us in the upcoming battle. Which hopefully won't involve a large cruiser this time. Guess we'll see. Do drop this video a like if you have been enjoying the series. The likes, of course, are a great way to promote the channel. Get it out to people, especially later on in a series like this. One of these long-haul series. Alright. Now, let's go. We're at 100%. Thank you. Alright. Let's see what kind of gear is available to us. So... we can ship and transport some goods. So, we are at 11 with the Explorators, 2 with the Kasbalika mission only. Wow, we can actually get to rank 3 with them pretty easily. We can get a precise bolter. Ooh. Yeah, let's grab these. Absolutely. We need more profit factor. We can get a Mazoa pattern hex rifle. That's pretty cool. But let's sell some stuff to the Kasbalika mission. We don't need a whole lot more. So I think we can just 150. That's gonna put, yes, we need another 110. This be an extra 100, and then we'll put an extra miscellaneous. Excellent. Here we are. What can we get at rank 3? The Torment. Yeah, so none of these are actually going to be something that we can get. We could actually get the fusion gun. That is a possibility. But we need Eldar weapon proficiency, and we would need rank 5. The Outcast Visor, yeah, what's our profit factor? Is 47 only. We did lose a bit of profit factor. So, do I want to go all the way to the fusion gun, or possibly to the Kasrkin gauntlets? 10% bonus to critical hit chance. That's going to be pretty good. Calibrated heavy stubber, also. That could be fun. Though I'm not sure who I would give this to. And this is pretty far down the line. So let's drop out of this for now. The precise bolter could be a fun thing. We're pretty far along with the Drusians, so let's quickly look here. We can get the camaraderie badge. What does this do? Whenever the wearer hits an enemy in melee range, the wearer's nearest ally gains willpower bonus plus fellowship bonus temporary rounds. Okay. I mean, that... temporary wounds, I should say. That could be okay on Heinrichs, actually, because at least he has a willpower bonus. That's not bad. His fellowship bonus isn't great. Then the Enforcer Light Carapace here, 38% armor, 10 agility as well, if you're from a death world. I think is how that works. Do we want to go to the next stage, get the Cloak of Hatred? That would be pretty good on Argenta. Although I don't think her attacks count as an area attack. Burst Fire doesn't count as an area attack. Okay, I'm not super interested in anything here at the moment. I would like to see where we can potentially get a Stormbolter. I think that's under the Explorators. It's like... No, it's not under the Explorators. Where the hell can we get a Stormbolter? We can almost get this Power Axe. I don't know if I want it, though. Doesn't seem all that good. Fellowship of the Void, maybe? What do you guys have? Oh, Needle Pistol. That ain't bad. Some more Melta charges. Take those. Apex Predator's Gloves. Whenever the wearer kills a target marked as prey, they gain a stackable bonus until the end of combat. The bonus depends on the enemy difficulty tier. Okay. So, on a tier 1 to 2 enemy, the bounty hunter's maximum wounds, or gain 25% of the bounty hunter's max wounds as temporary wounds. That'd be pretty good. 3 to 4. 10 time. Okay, that'd be like 40, at least 30, potentially 40% critical damage. And either 6 to 8% critical hit chance until the end of combat, and then 5 to 6 tier would be both of those, and then with even bigger numbers. That's pretty cool. I think I'm going to give those to, Pascal, obviously. Then the tactical backpack here. +1 rate of fire for any burst weapon. Oh. And then the Ritobi pattern foe hammer. Shotgun. Ooh, modified splinter pistol. All of these are good. And the swashbuckler cloak. 2 melee weapons. We don't have anybody that uses 2 melee weapons, but still pretty cool. Still no Stormbolter to be found. And we can't trade with the... No, we can trade with the Imperial Navy. Fantastic. And there's a bunch of stuff that we can get. Holy crap. We get a lot, actually. Well, let's grab them all and then take a look at what we can get on our ship. So, we'll of course, take everything, because there's absolutely no reason we shouldn't take everything. Oh, yeah. Give me all of these. And then we're going to do a bit of, selling of things to them. Wow, we can actually sell just a ton more, and there's no reason to spare these for anybody else, so... These are all being traded. We're now at rank 7, so we can get even more? No, we need higher profit factor. Okay, but that's still pretty good. Do I want to increase anybody's resolve here? I think, Drukhari Clave, Outcast Visor, Fusion Gun. Yeah, it's still a ways away to increase our reputation with the Kaspalika mission. Your heavy plasma gun. This could be good on, although we're going to get a multi-melta for Pascal here in a minute. So Mazoa pattern arc rifle could also be really fun. Dejector. Deadly repeater. A focus melta gun. Yeah, there's cool stuff here. Down here. Heavy flamer. Yeah, this is probably the one I'm least interested in. So, Explorators, Kaspalika mission, and the Fellowship of the Void. Just quickly checking through again. Alright. The Outcast Visor, but again, we don't have the profit factor to benefit from any of this. Here we can actually... You know what? I'm going to trade almost everything we have to the Pirates. Just because we can actually benefit from this. So that should be enough there. Alright, we're at another stage. We need around 3,500. I think we can manage that. There we go. Okay, we only need 2,000 or so. I think we can manage that as well. 2,600. Well, this is basically going to be everything. But now we can trade more. We can get the tactical backpack. The Ritobi pattern foe hammer. Should be a lot of fun. Swashbuckling cloak. That I think we're just going to sell. Unless we end up with a character that can dual wield melee weapons later. Maybe I'll hold on to it. Alright, that sounds pretty cool. Good stuff. Let's do some equipment adjusting here. So, first things first, there was the gauntlets, the Apex Predator gloves. Ooh, plus 10 strength though. That is quite good. God damn it. Honestly, I'm keeping the gloves. Pirate chainmail versus this armor. Let's see who can get this armor. This is just light armor. It is pretty good dodge. You are actually from a death world, so this might be quite good on you. Though you have the fire blessed carapace, which I think is going to be better. Can I wear it? I sure can. I won't get the agility bonus. I think I have 35 right now. Let me just check to make sure. I do get 45 agility. All right then. I mean. This gives me extra dodge, and allows me to ignore the first critical hit. This will also give me extra dodge. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. And you? Oh, you can take this. That's better. That's good. We'll throw this into cargo. Abelard, you're sitting on some pretty solid heavy armor there yourself. You only have a sin skin. That's lacking. I probably shouldn't have sold my armor. Oh well. Whatever. The Ritobi pattern foe hammer, or let's check the bolter here. You have Imperial Pride right now. The precise bolter is better in every way. Yeah. Straight up better. So be it. Imperial Pride, you served me very well, but we're about to make Argenta even more horrifying. Yeah. Yeah, it's just better. Okay. Add that to cargo. Abelard here. You currently have the Deadshot Stub Revolver, which is cool and all, but the Ritobi pattern foe hammer might be even cooler with you, because that's going to be like a shotgun burst. Problem is, this gives a pretty good additional hit chance, which he does need. So it might be that we give the foe hammer to somebody else who could use it. You know what? I think I'm going to give it to her, and we can finally ditch the Mizoa pattern auto pistol. Right? Or can I use it? No, I have my own weapon here. Okay, we'll ditch the Mizoa pattern auto pistol. I think we can ditch the Ritobi pattern. I'll hold on to it, just in case. Modified splinter pistol. This we can give to Jai, of course. So the current splinter pistols do 6 to 9. We can ditch this one then. I think we can ditch the shuriken pistols as well. And the regular shuriken catapults. Modified splinter pistol. Oh yeah, that is just better in every way. What about the needle pistol? That's also very good. The rate of fire is only 1 though. That being said, we could then offhand this. I don't know if that works with her, actually. But giving her a needle pistol would be pretty cool. What's the range on this? Also, it's very short range. But perhaps we could give her something to do in close combat. We ditch the hunting rifle. But I don't know. Giving her a needle pistol, I don't think is a very good idea, because it's not going to really help her all that much. Oh. That's quite good. But so are the things that she's currently got equipped. But Lore Xenos, because she has very good Lore Xenos, and this would increase all of her skills by 10, which would be really nice, but we won't do that. The Camaraderie Badge was something we wanted to potentially give to... perfect. We can just equip that to him without any issue. There was the tactical backpack, +1 rate of fire for any burst weapon. Well. Yep, sounds better than that. In fact, the camouflage robe, I mean, it's still okay. I think we can ditch this one. That would have been nice. It's just, like, this is such a circumstantial thing. You never know when it's going to be useful, and you can't change equipment in the middle of a battle. So, we'll move some medkits down into place so that everybody is equipped. Jay has a good Medicae skill, but cannot use medkits. So I think we need to actually get the skill proficiency on her. She just has a good passive Medicae skill. So, yeah, to the comment that was on a couple episodes back. So, give a medkit to Jay. I can't. Otherwise I would. It's otherwise a good suggestion. But let's give her an Eldari Plasma Grenade. I think I can... Nope, can't give it to her either. You're all set. We'll give you a regular medkit. Heinrichs, you got all the gear you need. You got all the gear you need. Then it's just me. Oh, and Iliad, of course. I think we're looking okay. What else was there? I think we can ditch the manufactured sword and the mastercrafted power maul. I'll hold on to it. I'll ditch the arc rifle. We'll get a better one. The charge staff. Is the power level on this thing? Can't see from here. Power level 9. We'll keep that. Regular flamer. Don't think we're going to be using that anytime soon. I'll keep the heavy bolter just in case. Plasma gun. Staff of Endless Flame. Hold on to it. These two armor sets. So, oh, she can actually use this. Plus 10 dodges, willpower is higher than 50. Your willpower is not higher than 50. What does it look like? Just... Okay, it's a little bit more heavy armor. That's kind of cool, at the very least. I will send that to cargo. Don't think we need it. Staff of the Orselio Guardian. You already have 2 Navigator staves. Infusing 7 and Devastating 6. This is infusing 5. At the cargo. Eldari Chainsword. I'll hold on to it. The rest of this stuff I'll have a look at later. But we do want to have a look at the ship. Can we do that from here? Void ship management. We can do that from here. Alright. So, engines. Nope. The last pattern 2B engine is not particularly good. Oh, hold on. No, actually. We provide 14 speed along with low acceleration and braking, whereas this is 12 speed along with strong acceleration and braking. So, there is actually a trade-off here. But let's try it. I'm not going to sell the other one just yet. Shields. 70% of protection for each sector. This amount is doubled against enemy blast attacks. We've got 3 other options here. 120% protection for each sector. That's probably just overall better. 95, doubled against blast attacks. Okay, so if we wanted to keep the blast bonus, we could go with the Glimmer Pattern Void Shield Array, or we could take this. Doubled against kinetic attacks. I think I'm just going to take the basic one, the Compound Shield Array. And let's actually send all of these other ones to cargo. Like the more versatile approach. We don't have any more auger arrays. We do have some extra armor. Plasteel plates protect the vessel from harm, negating 4 points of damage on each side. This one does negating 9 points of damage on the 4 and 5 points from all other sides. That is just straight up better. This one is negating 5 points of damage from each side. So why would we... Like, the Assault Ceramide is just better. Equip that. And then ditch the other 2. Okay. The different cannons. So we have port and starboard. We have a Heritor pattern plasma battery and a Ryza pattern plasma battery. So the Ryza pattern is the less good one. It does 3 shots, 21 damage per shot. The Heritor is 3 shots, dealing 33 per shot. So... This is another one of the exact same, or a Styges pattern. This is long range. Oh no, hold on, short range. Fires 4 shots, dealing 21 damage per shot. I prefer the long range, personally. The Heritor is also long range, just is better. So I think we can sell these 2. The 21 damage per shot is nice, but short range is a bit of an issue. I like being able to... target at a distance. The dorsal cannon, we don't have any other options for, so that's just going to be the lance battery. Here, though, Mars pattern prow battery. 4 shots, 14 damage per shot. It is short range. We could get some torpedoes, or we can get a Sunhammer Lance Battery, another lance, to a chosen enemy in a wide arc. I love lances. I know you guys want me to get torpedoes, but I love lances. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Maybe these torpedoes are better, because hold on, this Lance Battery does 60 to 70 to a chosen enemy in a wide firing arc. Medium range, though? Hold on. This one is long range, but a narrow firing arc does a bit less damage. What about the torpedoes? 4 short burning plasma torpedoes with 19 damage warheads. 5 torpedoes with 19 damage warheads. This is short burning. These seem better in every way. We can ditch the... In any case... Oh, man. You know what? I'll humor you guys. We'll take a torpedo tube. I'm going to keep the plasma cannon. Yeah, we'll keep them as a lance, but I'll ditch the other things. Alright, now, let's head to the posts. We have torpedo control already, so I think we're looking good there with the Master Cannoneer. Let's go deal with these pirates now that we're all juiced up. We'll quickly autosave just in case something happens after doing all of this stuff. Rather not lose my save. So yeah, I wonder what we're going to be up against. Hopefully a relatively small force of enemy ships. But yeah, my apologies for the time spent doing upgrades. I hope you guys don't mind. I could, if you guys so desire, cut that out and just give a brief summary of everything after the fact. That would take a little bit more editing time. But I could do that if you guys so desire. So do let me know in the comments whether you like me to include my thought processes when it comes to doing the buying and everything.
I'll be your beacon in the
darkness. I will say the inventory management and stuff in this game is pretty streamlined as is, so that's why I am cutting it out of Baldur's Gate, but not this one, because... Oh yeah, we have an escort! I totally forgot. Okay, we're taking a little bit too much damage from this side for my liking. They're all coming this way. This is a Viper-class destroyer. The other two are Cobras. Alright, our friendship is going over this way. I'm gonna pull around here. Okay, what can we do? We've got a couple of options. We can actually shoot our torpedoes right now. Could potentially do some serious work right there. Maybe we should do that. Because we have instant torpedo control, which we cannot use this turn. Okay. Well then, Starbreaker Lance Batteries. Or we can start to fire our lances right here already. Or our Heritor pattern batteries. Let's get on this one. Wow. One volley. Not bad. So, we got our kick-ass dorsal lance battery up here, which does indeed have a very wide firing arc, so we can already put some damage in right there. What we can also do is put some volleys in with our lance right on that one. What we can then do is... How can we do this? We can move right here. It's going to be very risky, to be sure. But I think we can end this very quickly. So, that one's dead. And, we should definitely reinforce this shield. And then we can move up to here. I want to get a little bit out of the way. And then we're going to do a shallow jump, just to make sure that we're behind the enemy ship and nowhere near those torpedoes. Alright. So... This thing has an insane arc. We're gonna swing around. and see what we can do from here. Yeah, the engines that we have were a little slower, but the maneuverability is insane. So I can do another shallow warp jump. Being able to do this every turn is pretty awesome. Then let's send some torpedoes, and then I wanna give this a test. Okay, we can't do it now. Okay, can't use it on the same turn. That's the problem. All right, that's fine. We are just out of arc, unfortunately. We could strafe. Let's actually do that. That's so cool. Alright. And you're now in arc. So, I hope you can now see why I picked all of the mobility options we did. Being able to outmaneuver your enemy is, at least in this type of combat, this is what I've learned from, you know, games like the X-Wing Miniatures game and everything. It is so important. And it's gone. A glorious victory. Let's investigate some planets. See what we have here. This looks like it's a volcanic world. Lava world. It's not a volcanic world. Not sure what the difference is, but I guess it's just lava fields. More of a primeval state, not actively erupting volcanoes. Ocean planet. Indeed. Alright, we have some provisions here. How much? One, definitely not worth my time, but we'll get what's here. Another archaeotech mechanism fragment. We've got 3 now. Wreckage of an ancient Imperial vessel on one of the planets in Narmer 6. Good stuff. We have leveled up, but we'll do that when we make planetfall next, so we don't need to worry about that. Desert world? Or rocky? Arid world, even. Phlogiston. Free Phlogiston. That might be worth my while. We have 10 already, so we're gonna do it. The ship's augurs have detected a non-native mineral cluster on the planet's surface, probably the remains of an ancient asteroid shower. The substance is valuable, but collecting it will not be easy. The asteroid sits right above numerous underground caverns. The ancient tunnels and vaults are incredibly unstable and would not likely bear the weight of a large group of humans, let alone a shuttle. Let's take a risk and send the shuttle. We have a 100% chance of success. The crew's expertise made it possible to collect the mineral without disturbing the ancient caverns. What did we get out of that? Oh! Plasteel. How much plasteel? Doesn't say, actually. The plasteel situation is at 10. I don't know if we need it, though. I'm gonna hold on to it. We only have 4 extractums left. So let's head out. Head to the next location. Next planet down the line. Or star system, I should say. Maybe we'll encounter some more enemies to obliterate along the way. Fun. Let's start some new routes. Hopefully we can get up to either of these locations. We can get to both of them. Do we check the Eldari survivors? Let's do that. Let's help out. The ship's augurs registered an emission of unknown radiation in one of the chambers. As a result, some of the Voidsmen now have glowing irises, which has proven to be quite beneficial in the performance of their duties. The vessel's confessors are in doubt and suggest it may be an outward sign of corruption. Gather the corrupted for a mass prayer. The crew's fervent prayers were answered. Those bearing the most luminous irises dropped dead upon hearing the hymn of the God Emperor, while the rest were struck with a severe sickness which did not abate until the vessel left the Sea of Souls. So we lost some holy gifts, unfortunately, in that process. Alright. But we have arrived. So let's see what there is to be found here. Oh my god. Lord Captain, Drukhari ships are patrolling the system. The likelihood of slipping past the patrols unnoticed is close to 0. There's an Assyriani vessel right there, so it does look like the Eldari are fighting each other. This is wild. Do we have an upgrade point yet? We do not, but I definitely want to conduct an emergency repair. Feel like we're about to be in the shit. You failed to get past the enemy ships unnoticed. The nearest Drukhari ship attacks at once. Get ready. Others will soon join it. Okay, so this is going to be a wave fight. That's cool. And against Drukhari ships. Let's see if we can manage. Hopefully without losing our escort. I don't know what happens if we lose it. If that's just dead permanently, or what. Maybe we just call in a new one, if that's the case.
The skeins of fate can lead us to
Alert.
victory.
The Drukhari have blocked some of the flagship's posts using an unknown Xenos power. Your crew will gain control of these posts in several rounds. Oh, fantastic. A Sigil-class destroyer. They're attacking my escort. Okay, they're already damaging it. And then moving past. They're very maneuverable. Owie. Alright, how's my sword class doing? You gonna come in real point blank here? Alright, well, I didn't like that, at the very least. So, what can we do? We can pick this one off. Almost. Not quite. Ooh, look at that planet in the distance. That looks menacing. Okay, how best to go about this? We can almost target this one. We would have to turn a little. We could use our Arc Augury to increase our range here. Let's actually do that. So we can start by blasting this enemy already. We can also blast it with our cannons right here. So maybe we can just get rid of this one. Well, I didn't like that too much. And we can use our dorsal cannons, though I think I'm going to prefer to move up this way and save our dorsal cannons for the other one. Because we have our prow weapon right now, which is now in range, so... Miss. Unfortunate. Well, look, pal. What do you mean you can't lob point-blank torpedoes? Oh, that makes me sad. Fine. Guess I'll use this gun right here. It's still alive. Strafe this way. Then we can use this weapon. Hopefully get rid of it. Goodbye. One down. You're going to be able to swing around and attack me from the rear. So let's reinforce the rear. No sense in shooting torpedoes yet. Okay, another one has emerged. We probably should have shot our torpedoes. 2 more have emerged. Oh, good. A lot of them. Okay, you're coming in close. They're really fast. Makes sense. Swing it in close as well. Okay. So you're gonna come up behind. I don't know what you've got going on. Obsidian Shadow Field. Okay, thankfully we have our rear shields have been buffed. 25% penalty to hit chance when attacking within a 2-cell range, and a minus 75% penalty to hit chance when attacking from outside that range. So we need to get in close to hit this one. I don't even know if that's worth it at this point. So if we go this way, we're then ignoring those two. But what we can do is a new heading. But let's see, what's our arc? We can... Only 30% on that one, whereas we have 60% right here. Do it. Okay, didn't like that. I would like to get rid of one. If we can kill one per turn... Oh, it automatically activates? Ooh, thankfully we still managed to score some good hits. So, we are going to do a really hard turn. Or do I turn this way? I'm actually gonna go this way. It's gonna let me flip my macro batteries. So we can actually use this macro battery now. Unfortunately, we can't target the one I wanted to target, but I guess we'll just be targeting this guy instead, which is fine. Dealt some pretty good damage there, too. Let's send some torpedoes out this way. And may as well shoot at this one here. Unfortunately, that's going to be a miss. Where are they going to hit me from? Probably the prow, I would guess. This one's going to be able to swing around that way, so it could hit us from either the side or behind. But these two, I think, are going to be forced attacking me from the prow. So we're going to reinforce the prow shields. And, we don't need to do a restoration yet. You know what? I'm going to use this. This is going to force this one to come in around this way if it wants to be able to get a good hit at me. 9 rounds left, so we just need to survive 9 rounds. Okay. Good thing I reinforced the prow. Although some of those shots were definitely hitting this side. We might need to do a Corpuscari chant here. Yeah, they're all coming in from the side here. These guys are so maneuverable, it's very hard to accurately determine which flank they're going to be coming from. So where are you going? You shooting my escort? I think we're going to lose our escort. That is unfortunate. Any new enemies? Hopefully not 2 enemy cruisers per turn. Okay. Hopefully it lived. Offer some assistance here. Can you pick that one off? Yes. Oh, almost took out the other one too. This is the explosion. That is great. Okay, torpedoes. Get him. You fucked up. Goodbye. How are we looking? I think we're a little bit slowed down here. No, we're not. We're fine. Unfortunate. Goodbye. Okay.
Another victory of 2 great dynasties, Lord Captain.
Another one coming in. I would have liked to have been able to use an ability there, but apparently that just ended my turn. Okay. Excuse me? Oh, you just flew through me. Nice. Okay. That one's already in a bad spot. So, now might be a time for a swing run. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's K-turn this. Okay, then we can advance. What's the situation on our lances? We need to get a little closer, but I've got solutions. So first things first, let's deploy some torpedoes. Ooh, our lances are just out of range, but that's going to be just fine, because we've got this weapon here. Fortunately, that is going to be a partial miss. Let's put a shot in right here. Nice. And then... yeah, neither of these are going to be in range, but when we do a shallow jump, we're still not going to be in range. Regrettably. I think I want to drop a Corpuscari chant. 2 of our shields are in a little bit of a rough state. So, let's do that. And then I'm going to strafe onto this side, which unfortunately doesn't give our weapons the room to maneuver. However, what we can then do is just buff up this shield here. Hopefully, it's going to assist. God damn it, another one just warped in here.
Another enemy.
Unfortunately, we have lost our escort. Hopefully, we'll get it back. Four of them, huh? Well, at the very least, this one's about to have a really bad time. Okay, I'm glad I reinforced that side. We are taking way too much damage, though. My torpedoes can move right in here. Goodbye. Oh, 2 dead. All right. Get our lances in here. Didn't do all that much damage, unfortunately. What else can we do? I think we're going to take a new heading. Do a really hard turn here. Get around them. Wrong directional, but we can take this one out. See ya. Not much to be done here. Okay, I can't run on that shield. Fine. We'll reinforce the front shield. And I'm also going to restart our shields. Hopefully that's going to help here. Shouldn't be any enemies coming in this turn. Okay. We're taking way too much damage. This is actually a pretty rough fight. How do we, got a turn here. Or I could swing run it. Our shields are back up to full, though, so that's something. Okay, well, got our Starbreaker Lance right here. Can get some, soften this one up here. We'll do our, Arc Augury to increase the range on our batteries, which we can then shoot at this Destroyer from range. 3 shots, one of those should hit. Or none of them, that's fine, I guess. I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do a shallow jump up here, and then I'm going to, armor up this side of the ship. No sense in shooting torpedoes right now. What I will do is move to the side here, so it's going to force it to attack me from this side. It's going to be unlikely that it's going to be able to just get around me. Problem is more of them might show up. Okay. So it's coming in here. Took damage onto the shield. Also took damage onto the shield. Fantastic. It is behind me. That is largely okay. We can't target it from here. Now is the time for a swing run. Torpedoes out. So we can then move up this way. With our range. Just not quite enough. Okay, if we're up here, we can use an Arc Augury to ensure that we are in range. With at least some of our weapons. Lance Battery just doesn't do very much. Fuck, that one's gonna be out of arc. Well, so it is. Shadow fields are up. Reinforce the prow shields. 3 rounds left. I reckon we're gonna get something else coming in. Either this round or next round. Or maybe this is just the last one. It's also possible. Okay. Oh boy. This is gonna be close. Torpedoes. And right behind. I think we can use our, torpedo control right now. Oh, this is very unfortunate. I can self-destruct it if we move it right here. Do it. See ya! Tell me that's it. I think that's it. Battle is over. Holy crap. That was rough. We're gonna have to spend most of our scrap just to repair the hull here, but we get quite a lot of Xenos trophies. Drukhari, Void Drukhari trophies, yeah, and then a God's Bane lance weapon. That's pretty good. That's a straight upgrade from our Starbreaker. The thing is, putting that in there. Let's quickly check our void ship. So we gotta do some serious repairs. 109. Yep, we'll do. Oh, we have 2 of them even. Oh, that's a dorsal. Ah. Medium range dorsal lance battery. Yeah, that's just an upgrade. But we can't put it anywhere else. So what's the point of getting 2 of them? We can at least send this to cargo. Upgrade. We're still not there. Close. Not quite. Alright, let's check what the hell is going on, you know, why were there so many Drukhari here? So this is the planet we were fighting near. That's actually really cool that it showed this, this planet. 2 plasteel, not worth my time. Oh, hello. 7 flamers. We're gonna always add these to cargo. We don't need them, and I don't need the rest either. But that's, good stuff to replenish our stocks, because we definitely lost them. Let's actually check the planets first, before we, scout out the vessels. And the last Archaeotech mechanism fragment. Owing to her keen intellect and a bit more luck, the rogue trader managed to discover several ancient ships. And, okay, new rumors showing the way. Let's actually check that. Couldn't read the rest. Where's that again? That's in journal, right? Yes. Showing the way. Bit by bit. The rogue trader's crew once again came across the plundered vessel containing ancient machines. This time, the tech priests greedily inspected everything down to the last cog, but all they were able to salvage was another fragment of the Archaeotech mechanism. Perhaps somewhere in the expanse, there are more ships like this one, showing the way. Owing to her keen intellect and more than a bit of luck, the rogue trader managed to discover several ancient Imperial ships and restore the Archaeotech compass mechanism, pointing to the location of the fleet's mothership, the Muro 76 system, or 79 system, I should say. We do have another contract. Unquenchable Greed. Still, this one. It's always this one. I don't feel like doing these. 2 profit factor for 3 adamantium sounds good, but not right now. We'll check whatever's up with this planetoid. Two plasteel, no thanks. Okay, we are seeing some repeats. Guess it was only a matter of time. Alright, we'll check the Assyriani vessels. See what there is to be found. The Augur crew picks up a heavily damaged Xenos void ship along the countless masses of the asteroid belt. An Eldari vessel, beyond a doubt. According to the von Valancius archives, about 100 standard years ago, the Imperial Navy set up a barrier in this system against pirates and enemies of humanity. Countless primed mines are still scattered among the wreckage. It's not going to like that. The Voxmaster manages to tune the ship's systems to the unconventional frequency, and the bridge suddenly fills with a chime of Xenos voices, drawn out and mournful. They sing in an unknown tongue, but every officer on the bridge can sense that this is a dirge. Answering the call, Irliet jumps up to the cogitator, startling the officers on the bridge with her sudden jolt. In the hopes of understanding the Monkey technology and figuring out how to help her kin, the Eldari runs in circles around blinking vid screens, but the mysteries of the machine god elude the Xenos. Then she turns to the Lord Captain, powerless. Irliet is asking the Elentok to help her kin who have found themselves trapped in the snare of fate. The Eldari are enervated and weak, and their song is a cry of despair, and that cry is fading. This is a logic test, huh? Let's check here. The Rogue Trader orders her officers to establish communication with the Eldari vessel. However, the Xenos do not respond to the incoming signals. After several attempts, the frequency tuned by the Voxmaster gets lost, and the mournful song fades away. Ooh, that's not good. So we need to hurry. Logistics officers led by Master Helmsman Raver are ordered to plot a course for the rescue shuttle from the Xenos flagship, or from the Dynasty's flagship to the Xenos ship and back. Now all the crew can do is hope that the calculations are correct, and that the veteran officer's experience will not let them down, because we're navigating through a minefield. Right, the Lord Captain orders the servants of the machine cult to prepare a plan for clearing the minefield without harming the Xenos ship. After several hours pass on the ship's deck, the servants of the Omnissiah present a plan for the neutralization of the ancient mines. The success of the operation is assessed as extremely probable. Can we do it? The Lord Captain gives the order to clear a path to the vessel, detonating the mines indicated by the tech priests. Or, Cyrene von Valancius sends a shuttle with an experienced pilot and scouts in hopes that the smaller vessel can bypass the ancient mines. Let's detonate the ones... Okay. On the Lord Captain's command, the ship's cannons fire several powerful salvos. As soon as the shots reach their mark, a cascade of soundless explosions erupts within the asteroid field and spirals around the Eldari vessel. Once the explosions quiet down, and the shards of asteroid space debris and void mines dissolve into the darkness, the rescue team sets off towards the miraculously intact Xenoship. Nice. However, when the shuttle reaches the Xenoship, the rescue team's report catches the bridge crew off guard. The vessel's starboard side has been breached by the macro cannons of an unknown Imperial void ship. There are no survivors. Unknown Imperial void ship. Shielding her eyes, Irliet closes them and clutches the spirit stone at her breast. Coming to, the Eldari does not speak for a time. With notes of sadness in her voice, carefully picking her words, she concedes that the Elantak did all they could to save her kin, and yet it is the Monki who are responsible for the loss of the Eldari void ship. Saddened by the pain and hatred that humans have wrought upon her kind, Irliet quietly leaves the bridge. Sometimes it's impossible to outrun fate. No survivors here. That must have just been a recording. Let's go find Irliet. This is not how we find Irliet. We need to leave the bridge. Back to the bridge. We need to go to the bridge, not leave the bridge. So we will do that. What's our time at? Yeah, we're looking good. Uh-oh. What does this mean? Yeah. Cool. Some error somewhere. Thankfully, we're still recording. Yeah, I wonder what she's gonna say. At the very least, it doesn't seem like she's holding us accountable for, you know, the deeds of all humans, but there's certainly a fair bit of speciesism present. But now I can sympathize. How do we know it was an Imperial ship? It could have been a Chaos ship. We probably shouldn't say that, though. Oh yeah, and we are also going to be doing some leveling up. We'll do that while we're here. But let's talk to Irliet first, not break up the flow. Where was she? She was here before, next to these two bridge officers, but no longer. We'll have to find her somewhere. Maybe she's down here? We've seen her down here before. She moves around more than the others. Not here. It's also possible that she's just not present right now, and that we'll have to just find her later. Oh, never mind. She's there. Irliet stands out. Okay, there's absolutely nothing we can say here. Okay, well, I guess that's that. Let's level up. So, extra stats here. We don't really need willpower, to be fair. I think I'm going to take a, another ballistic skill advance, just so that we can contribute in combat. And I will take another persuasion. I will be the group's persuader. Makes sense, I'm the rogue trader after all. Irliet here. More perception. Perception's very good. More intelligence would also be good, but I will give her more perception. Just hone in on that. More awareness, too. Her awareness is also really good. But given that we're not always bringing Cassia, it's going to help to have an extra awareness person in the group. Speaking of Cassia, more skills. More awareness. Her awareness is the best, which is about to get even better when we increase her perception even further. Irliet. Or Irliet, Idira, sorry. More perception for you, makes sense. And you will get lore warp. Possible. Lovely. More strength. Oh, we can't buff him. Okay. More tech use, then. More logic? We'll give him more tech use. Oh, now we can buff his strength. Wonderful. That is what we will do. Heinrichs. More strength as well. Sounds good. And you will get more... Let's give him Carouse. We have enough Lore Xenos. Abelard. More athletics. You're our athletics guy, or at least one of them. More strength. Bring that to 60. Sounds good to me. Argenta. More demolitions. And I guess we can give her more strength. We can also give her more willpower. I'm going to give her more willpower. We aren't going to be using a heavy bolter with her, so. As for Jay, more commerce. And let's go with more fellowship. She's got some fellowship-based abilities as well. And that's everyone. Alright. Back to the bridge. Back to the Expanse map, I guess. It might be that an event triggers after we leave this system with her. Needless to say, I feel for her. To be so close. Although I don't think they were alive at any point when we arrived. They were already long dead. It's just a recording. A dirge, as they said. They knew they were dead. Ah, chart new routes. What might we find? Okay, good. We can make a connection here at the very least. Viabo 6. We will clear out everything in orbit of Viabo 6 at the very least. And then, oh, demonic eyes had materialized and begun to slither across the walls of Crew Quarter 49. The burning orbs swelled like bubbles of fetid swamp gas, only in secluded places at first, later appearing in plain sight. Everyone subject to their glare started experiencing headaches and spells of self-flagellation. After one of the officers peeled off a portion of his own skin to a makeshift eyelid for one of the fiendish orbs, the section was quarantined since neither fire nor munitions could prevent more eyes from sprouting up on the ship. The vessel was cleansed only by escaping from the clutches of the embrace of the Sea of Souls. Well, that sucks. So we'll clear out everything around here, and then do Viabo 6 in the next episode, since we are approaching... Oh, look, more Drukhari ships. Lord Captain, we have cross-referenced the key characteristics of the system with our astronautical chart data. The planet Viabo 6 is located here. The problem is, the augurs detected an unusual change in the atmosphere, not unlike a massive release of toxins. It appears that something unfortunate has happened to the planet's underground storage facilities. It is impossible to land safely on the planet just now. Unknown ships are cruising in the system. No need for any cog to analyze it. I can decipher the telemetry easily. Xenos. The armory and artillery crews are standing by. More Drukhari. Plenty of them to be found out here. Well, better engage. Actually, let's check this planet first, then we'll engage. What is this? Oh, another lava world. Ooh, and there's even one all the way out here. This is a big system. Gas giant. Ooh, hello. Plenty of stuff just floating out here, I guess. Nice. So, we'll head down here. Not sure what this is going to be. Savannah World again? Peculiar settlement. This planet can barely sustain life, and yet searchers discovered a long-lost Imperial colony, one that was cut off from the rest of the galaxy centuries ago. The colonists live in conditions worse than any underhive, yet they still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome their visitors. The Lord Captain receives an invitation from the local ruler, the Archqueen Princeps Domina. A lot of titles for the ruler of a shitty colony. We'll take over the colony with one shuttle and 2 rifles should be enough. Okay, let's pay the Archqueen an official visit. The ruler meets with the Lord Captain in a shack, considered to be a palace by the people here. The Archqueen's unusual crown is made of metal coils, most likely parts of an ancient device for boiling water. Guests are served the finest delicacies the colony can provide. The Archqueen praises the visitors in mangled Low Gothic and calls the Lord Captain her dear sister. At the end of the audience, gifts are presented to the guests. The Archqueen's minister delicately remarks that the best possible gift the Lord Captain and her crew could provide would be the replenishment of the colony's meager gene pool. Oh boy. Lord Captain orders to canvass the lower decks for volunteers. I mean, it is for volunteers. The most ruggedly handsome among them will be sent to the Archqueen's court along with other gifts. I mean, let's use this as an opportunity for anyone who wants to leave the ship. Alright. In turn, we get some, hold on. Adamantine hilt guards and, contained nephitic acid. Lovely. The Archqueen is delighted and flattered. She hopes the Lord Captain will pay her more visits in the future. We'll see about that. Dead World? Desert World. No, Dead World. And some more stuff. Okay. Alright. Let's go deal with the Drukhari. Let's run them off. So they must have been raiding Diablo 6. Quite possible they are responsible for whatever happened to the atmosphere. Though that could just be Imperial malpractice as well. Maybe the Drivestems are behind it. This is their planet after all. Or at least they own it. Let's see what kind of ships we have to deal with. Hopefully not.
They don't know who they're dealing with.
Oh, our escort is back. Good to know. What have we here? Last Hatred frigate. Okay. 2 of them. 2 frigates. Let's not deal with both of them at once, so I'm gonna head over here, though I doubt we're gonna have much choice in that, considering how fast these fuckers are. What I am gonna do is fly this way, immediately drop off some torpedoes. Then we're gonna head up here. Ah, we are just out of arc. It's okay, we have a solution to that. That didn't do anything. But what we can do is jump up this way. And at least get our macro batteries here in range. That was some pretty solid damage right there, I do so say. Let's reinforce our shields. And we could strafe closer. We could strafe further away. Let's actually strafe further away. Just to minimize the chance that that thing's going to be able to close in on us. Our ally here is going to assist and is going to fly straight into the middle of them. Since I now know that it is an expendable ally, I don't care. It can go distract them. Okay, missiles coming in. They've missed. Lances. Ouch. We got a lot of guns. This is a big ship too, equal in size to our own. Okay, are you coming in at me as well? I knew we wouldn't be able to escape them. They're way too fast. But this actually leaves us in a perfect position where we can use both of our macro batteries. Unfortunately, our shields on this flank are getting absolutely pounded. But you're about to have fun with some plasma torpedoes.
Already dead?
Wow,
Pathetic
one shot of them.
Ashmats.
Alright, I stand corrected. Torpedoes are awesome. So much damage. And, yeah, goodbye.
I hear that dying please in the void.
And I think we have leveled up, so let's upgrade. I think you can go straight to the upgrade screen from the battle. Okay. What can we get? Expeditious reload. So this is going to allow us to shoot the macro batteries again, which I like. So we're going to do that. Silent running. When approaching an enemy, the flagship shuts down non-essential systems and starts to drift unnoticed past enemy ships. As a result, in most encounters, larger enemy vessels are surprised Frigates and larger are surprised and act later. That could be really clutch. This is cool. This is, like, passives. Void Ship Ram deals twice the additional damage for each extra tile traveled. I'm not ramming. Repairs cost 50% less. Restart shields now only inflicts a -2 speed reduction and no firing range penalty. That could be good. But silent running sounds really nice. This is okay, but I find that the cooldowns isn't so big of an issue. 10% more just scrap, or we can take another one. No, I want to take one of these. I'm going to take silent running. Yeah, acting before everyone is going to be really, really good. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to check out Viabos here. Begin scan. Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using convicts for hard labor on distant prison worlds like Viabos 6 to atone for their crimes before humankind. Hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlives toil in the mines of the Von Valancius Protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls. Isn't that lovely? Alright, we'll be doing that in the next episode, because I'm going to be leaving it off here for now. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, do drop this video a like. Once again, that helps out the series quite a lot. And, yeah, thanks to everybody that has been watching this far. We are quite far in this series, I dare say, yet we're still only in, what, Act 2? There's a lot more to come, and I'm still enjoying this game. So, of course, we're going to continue on. So, I'll see you all in the next episode. Heritor out.